little fella. Let's show you. Come on then. It's not too bad up here. See, he's leading as he normally does. Trying to sort the microphone out. Yep, I've got another mic with another lavalier on it. Only this time I fastened it on. Right, I've got that in. It's certainly cold up here. Very cold. Just look at the sea. Numbnuts tried getting down. You know, him who doesn't like the sea. Toby. Yeah, just look at this. It's not quite in yet, the sea. And that's why I'm not down on the beach. Just look at this coming away. Hang on, Toby, don't go too far away. Yeah, just look at it down there. Certainly a sight, isn't it? Normally I like to go down there on the beach, but there's just no way that was going to happen today. Really coming in full force, isn't it? I know it's going to start raining at about 5 o'clock, so I'm hoping by that time I'm pretty close to home. I'm not going to take any chances. We're about 3 miles or something like that, and that is fine. Tide has bounced down the cliff. I really thought it was going to be a lot worse up here than what it was. I thought it was really waterlogged, but it's not that bad. Now I've got my microphone thing tied on with this. You can see now, you can't really see it. But I've got an elastic band tying it on. It's not ideal, but it does do the trick. Hi Dave, how are you this afternoon? It's gloomy, miserable, wet and cold up here in Withernsea. Just look at that sea. We're up at Hollym. We haven't gone down on the beach today. We're up on the cliff. Toby isn't bothered about it. He's absolutely good with it. He was hoping to go down on the beach. But I said, There are occasions when the human knows a little bit better. Hi William, how are you today? What do you make of that sea? Whew. It's really, really ferocious. We've walked up to Hollym. I knew we wouldn't go on the beach. What I didn't know was how far up we were going to get. I thought if we get to that house at Intac, that'll be good enough for me. And then we'll turn around, we'll go back, and we'll make up the time somewhere else. But no. I thought it'd be really muddy and horrible up here, but no, it's alright. Gets a bit, muddy up here in a minute, but I had no problem navigating my way through it. That'll be fine, that'll be good. You know that big pillar of earth that sticks out? You want to see it now. You have to remember what it used to look like. And wait till you see it now. It's hanging on in there just about. But we'll get close to it and you'll be able to see it. Oh yeah, no, I've seen pictures of what red cars like. You're right, Dave, honestly. Hello Muslim girl, how are you? Hi Edward, how are you? As old friends in front of us, Toby, Sir Tobias, the Valiant. Just look at this. Right, now this is where I'm going to start navigating. Make sure I don't end up in 6 foot of mud or slipping down to the beach. He seems to know where he's going, doesn't he? I'm coming. If I listen to what Toby tells me, I won't go that far wrong, will I? See, he worked it out which way to go. Because he doesn't like getting his paws wet. See, we got through it with Toby's help. Our leader. Just horrible, all this stuff, just left here and dumped. Yeah, we're pretty much alright now. Through the mud and the blood to the green fields beyond. That's the motto of the Royal Tank Regiment. Mud and the blood, green fields beyond. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Edward. I'm really sorry. If I see any in Aldi when I do the shopping, I'll let you know. Hi Ronnie, how are you doing? Did I ever watch Blake 7, Edward? Not really. I remember it, but it weren't really my thing. See, we're okay now. Bit sandy, but we can negotiate that. We've got no more mud. There you are. There's our pillar of earth. Just look at that. Wait till we get close to it. Look at the water, look at the sea coming in around it. Will it be here before, will it still be here when we get the strong tides come spring, you know, come the back end of March? Somehow I doubt it. Yeah, I'm never really into them. I remember Battlestar Galactica, again I never watched it. So what do you make of that? You remember what it used to look like? It was really broad, it was really thick. And now look at it. There's hardly any of it left. It has, it's almost gone. You remember what it was like, Sammy? Hi Jack. You remember that, what it was like when we first saw it, Jack? It's cold. And it's it's windy, Edward. But it's doable. Toby isn't bothered about the sea up here. But as soon as he hears it smacking up against the wall, it frightens him. So I think I found a bit of a compromise with him. You know when they found the girl? This is the tracks left by the excavator that they used. It went down here. And right the way along the beach to the other side of the chalets to lift up the stones so they could get to her body. So the tyre tracks are still there. Just look at that. It's supposed to rain at about 5 o'clock, so they say. Well, I'm not taking Toby along the prom. I'm giving it a rest for a few days. Look at that. It's good up here. But on the prom, I think it's the noise of the sea hitting the rock armour, and that's what worries him. I mean, when we came on at first, it was after going on the beach. And I thought, the last thing you want. Can everybody hear me okay? Hi Ozzy. Yeah, I should think so. I don't think it'll be here more than a couple of weeks. Well, we probably all know Prince Andrew was arrested this morning. For misappropriate, you know, being misappropriate in a public office. I don't have much time, I'll be honest, for the royal family. Although you could put me down as a very reluctant royalist. I think if we didn't have them, we'd end up with President Blair or President Cameron, or worse than that, a President Starmer. Now, with that in mind, I just think you may as well leave them where they are. But as a family, they are quite deplorable. I mean, I've said before, if you look at them, you know, in historical context, they're vile. If they lived in public housing, they'd be the local chavs. But here's the thing, whatever Andrew is, good or bad, Britain has had a massive problem with paedophiles, paedophile pimps, selling little girls, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, to child rape gangs. Now, a lot of them rapists and pimps have been jailed. Not all, a lot have got away, but a lot have been jailed, it's fair to say. Now, social services knew all about them. So did the police. And so did many officials in town halls. And they chose to do nothing. Social workers wrote reports claiming that girls younger than 12 had made lifestyle choices to be prostitutes. Now, in the United Kingdom, the age of sexual consent is 16. A child under the age of 16 cannot consent to sex under any circumstances. Yet these pimps, many of them got off. These child rape gangs, many of them got off. But the people who knew about it, surely that in itself, who did nothing, that in itself, you know, is some sort of malfeasance in public office. But not one of them, no social workers, no police officers, no town council, town hall staff have been prosecuted. Cautioned, not even cautioned. I just see this with Andrew. I've no time for the man. And yeah, he should face justice. But I just wish the authorities had have the same vigour with all these who aided and abetted the abuse of children. always get away with it, Sammy. That's the thing. It's just awful, the whole thing. What, like what? Tell me again, Edward. Well, that is a point. You can always get rid. If you don't like the president, you can vote another one out in 4 years. No, I'm not walking on Andrew's land. Oh, I know, it's still going on. That is the point. Yeah, that's the point. Accessory. They knew that the police knew. Parents had gone to the police to say that their children, right, were being drugged and raped by pedos, and the police just turned around and threatened them with arrest. Nothing were done. There were politicians who knew about it, councillors who knew all about it. Just look up Rotherham grooming cases or Rochdale. There were loads in the UK. Bradford, one of the people who was arrested for fiddling with kids was a policeman. Just look it up, grooming. Go onto a British newspaper site and look up grooming gangs. Huddersfield, all over West Yorkshire, Huddersfield, Halifax, Bradford, Dewsbury. There were lots and lots of children sexually abused and raped by grooming gangs. And as I said, the authorities were well aware of what was going on, and they turned a blind eye. Absolutely horrendous. Now, I'm no friend or supporter of Jeffrey Epstein, Peter Mandelson, or Prince Andrew. But the police are so quick on this. Oh, and they are quick where Prince Andrew's concerned. But where Peter Mandelson is concerned, the former US ambassador to America, they're so quiet you can hear a flea fart. Why aren't we charging him? Is it his connections to the Labour Party? And like I said, all these town hall officials, they knew what were happening to vulnerable kids, many of them in care. They knew. People had told them, parents had told them, and they didn't want to know. They said the kids, 12-year-old children, had made a lifestyle decision to be a prostitute. Another social worker in Rotherham turned round and said that these children are throwing themselves at these men. What could the men do? And you know what? None of them lost their jobs. None of them faced any disciplinary action whatsoever. Never mind malfeasance in a public office. None of them lost their jobs. None of them were disciplined. Oh, right, my car, Edward. Oh, God. The abandoned car, Jack, is still where it is, but it's moved back about 50 foot. There's Elsie, anyway. Right, as for my car, oh God. Now Else is standing up straight, so is that a good sign? Right, my car, right. Where do I start? I decided today they may as well have it at the dealer. So I called up my recovery man. He said, it's free recovery up to, I think it's 10 mile. But if you to tow it, like into Hull, that's 21 mile, it'll be extra. But it works out to be 100 and something pound. I think he said 106. I thought, all right, they've got me between a rock and a hard place. 106 pound it is. And so I'll get back onto you. The guy at the dealership said, yeah, bring it in. If I can get someone to look at it sooner than next Thursday, then I will do. So I thought, it can't be fairer than that. So I was happy with that. Now, the guy comes with a breakdown truck to take my car away. So I goes out, starts the engine for him. Lo and behold, no lights, no engine management lights, no warnings, nothing. It starts up, it sounds like it always sounds. Nothing whatsoever. So I thought, wow. So I put my foot down, revved it as hard as I could, my pedal touched the metal. I woke the entire area up. No, it wasn't missing, it wasn't backfiring, it wasn't doing anything, it just roared. I thought, blimey. So I kept revving it. I said to him, there's no lights lighting up. He said, no. I said, right. I said, what do you think I should do? He said, it's up to you. He said, it doesn't seem to be a lot wrong with it, does there? I said, I don't think so, no. So anyhow, big news, turned it off, back on again, put my foot down, revved Jesus out of it. Some of my neighbours came out to see what was going on. And no lights came on. So I've not dared take it out yet. But when we go shopping tomorrow, I'll see how it goes. And then I said to the guy, so it's not really worth it, is it? He said, well, I don't think so. He said, whatever's gone to happen, happened. It seems to be working all right now. He said, I can take it if you want me to. He said, but it's up to you. I said, no, I think you better leave it and we'll see where things go. Yes, I think you're right. So off he toddles. So I rung my breakdown company up and they're going to give me my money back because I didn't need to use it. I do not, Doctor Not So Happy, how are you today? She's sober, you're right there, Jack. I've got a SsangYong Tivoli XLV. It's a lovely car. It's diesel, 68k on the clock. I've never had any trouble with it. It's 10-year-old now. I've had it for 10 years. I got it brand new. And yesterday, I was going to be taking a neighbour to pick up her car. I got in the car, tried to start it up, and I got the engine management warning light on. I thought, ooh. And then as well as that, a message saying engine management system needs attention. I thought, oof, can't do it. So today, Oh, I put my car into a main dealer. My own main dealer is bombed out with work. So I went to another main dealer for SsangYong in Hull. And they said, yeah, we can do it a week today. So I thought, well, that's about the best I'm going to get. But I talked to him this morning. He said, if you can get it in before, I'll do my best to try and get it seen to. He said, you never know. Okay, we'll do that then. So I call out the breakdown truck to take the car to Hull, to the SsangYong dealer there. And what happens? Well, no, I start the engine, no engine management light, no messages telling me to get it sorted. I revved it, and I revved it as really revved it. I revved the balls off it. Nothing. It just fired into life. No spluttering, backfiring, weird noises, nothing. Just the big throaty roar. And that were it, Doctor Not So Happy. That is what happened. So he's gone off on his merry way. I'll get my money back. I've kept my appointment with the dealer just in case it goes wrong again. And we'll see what happens. No, that's the thing. I'm a heavy vehicle mechanic. I mean, in a previous life, before I became a teacher, I was a heavy vehicle mechanic. You know, fixing plant and trucks. So I know my way around an engine, I know my way around a gearbox, and I can change clutches, brakes, do all sorts myself. But now it's all electronics and computers. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, I think so, Edward. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking to myself, it should be okay. Yes, we'll see how it goes anyhow. Toby, I'm getting cut. That's better. So I don't know what it was. We're a bit of crap in one of the injectors. The only thing that's happening, my stop-start don't work. But I know of an idea why that is. I might need a new glow plug. Well, that's not the end of the world. I can get that sorted. I think they're about 15 quid each or something like that and fitted. Could even fit that myself, to be honest. Yeah, that's no sweat at all. My MOT and big services in June. So, and they normally last about 10 months, something like that, my glow plugs. So whether that had something to do with it or not, I'm not sure. But the thing seems to be back to normal. Well, here we are. I'm not going to take Toby on the beach. I'm not going to have him stressed. Poor little man. But he really weren't bothered up there. It's certainly a miserable day today. So we'll walk down Turner Avenue, Oak Avenue, and then Louisville, but we'll come back onto the main road. That way Toby's not getting too stressed. He's all right as it is. Oh, we'll see what he does. I really thought when I went up there it was going to be really muddy, but it wasn't. You know, when we went up to Hollym, I thought, I'm not going on the beach because I know the tide's in. Go on, it's all right. So I thought to myself, if it is, I'm just going to turn around and I'll think of something else. But it was fine. I think last time I went, it was really muddy and it was really nasty. You know, the ground was absolutely sodden. Hi, Brian. It's weird, isn't it, sometimes, Edward? I know. But the thing is, yesterday when that engine management came on, I put my foot down, and it was as if the engine were lagging, but it were backfiring as well and missing. And I thought, turn it off. So hiya, Brian, how are you? You had a good day? You've done well, Edward, going out for a walk. Told you, even if you can only do a little bit, that little bit helps. I mean, just do a little bit and eventually you'll want to do more. I'm not saying you'll get up to my huge levels, but you never know. If my mum had still been alive and I had had the money, and the boys had been little, I'd have got this house. Nice big roomy house, big bedrooms, but nice garage and drive, and there's a granny flat attached, which would have been all right for my mum. Same as here, a granny flat. So my mum could have lived with us, but had her own place, have her own peace, spend time with us if she doesn't want to. She's got her own place and she can get rid of us. We got one of them in air fryer. They are useful, aren't they? We're crossing over or what? Well, I'm not going to tell him. He hasn't said anything yet. I were going to walk on the road, but we'll see what he does. If he's not happy, we'll turn around. We'll go back down there. Well, it's certainly raining. Oh, he's not having it. Come on then. He's not having it. I thought try him and see what he does. I'm not going to push him. Bloody hell, why is it doing that? Hiya, Trevor. Yeah, it is. Withernsea is nice, actually, Trevor. No, you're doing the right thing, Edward. You really are. Just keep trying to walk. Do a little bit. Yeah, we are in Withernsea, Trevor. Yeah. And this is where I live. But I've had to modify me walk a little bit because somebody doesn't like going on the promenade when the tide's coming in. It's fine at going up to Hollym when the tide's eating away the cliff. Oh, he's good with that. But not the promenade where there's a big wall to protect us. Well, it's definitely raining. We normally walk up here, but we're walking down. So at least he's all right, is Toby. He's happy enough. Toby, would you like a treat? Yeah. The incredible bulk bag. Yeah, Toby. There you go. Come on. Well, the rain at least isn't getting any worse. Remember we came down here yesterday. I'm not going past Tesco's. Well, I'm going past Tesco's, but I'm not going down by the side of Tesco's to that estate what's like Beirut. It's always very reassuring, isn't it, when you see mattresses in the garden, broken furniture in the garden and things like that. That's a state of public housing in the UK. All right, come on. Well, one of our buses going into Hull. So anyway, I'm reasonably okay with the car. I'm scared of using it though. Alright mate. Blimey. You don't hear them coming up at the back of you. They don't even see you. He went into the road. If he'd have got run over, that would have been awful. Well, this house here, we often see the guy. He has his dogs and he has this big scooter, a mobility scooter. It looks like it's like a tank or something, and that's where he lives. Now, me and the Duchess thought about buying that place at first, and then we thought about it. And we realised we needed a bungalow. But I think that would have been, our bungalow were about 20 odd thousand pound more expensive, but that was okay. I think it stopped raining. These are nice little bungalows. They're a bit too twee though, I think. I know the Duchess like them. But I think the maintenance costs will be quite high. You know, with the turrets and things. Ah, a caravan being moved. Now this is something for you to see. There's his escort in front of us now. Wide load, see? Hanson's. There he is. Poor Toby. Good afternoon, Glenn. Well, I'm glad you got a couple of days off, Glenn. It's always good to see you. Yeah, I know. There's lots and lots of Australian people in Hull. And they say it's a really nice place. They say it's marvellous, the people are great with them. You know, that's how it should be, isn't it, Dave? Yeah. Hi, Jaden. Here's your mate, Toby. Yeah, it's a big night tonight. Brisbane versus Hull Kingston Rovers. Come on, walk down here. A little bit more of a council estate. This is the nice bit. It's where all the old people live. You never get any trouble. You won't see mattresses in the front gardens, or wrecked cars, or smashed up furniture. Oh, that's nice. Have a look at this. I've never seen one of them before. It's a mobility scooter. Well, look at it. It's lovely, that, isn't it? Like a fire engine. Get the old Duchess one of them. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Well, I do know in Hull, they're on quite a few of them were on television last night for Look North, or whatever it's called, and they were saying what a lovely place Hull was, and how nice, good the people were there, and they've been looked after. It shows what it should be, isn't it, really? Don't matter who wins, does it? There's a bit more of the estate. I don't think we've been down this road. I have in the past. Well, I can't see anything interesting in any of the gardens. No, I've been down here. Come on. I remember Blockbusters. They were big, weren't they? And then all of a sudden, like a blink of an eye, the company just disappeared in about 2002, didn't it? I can remember we used to have a VHS video going back to the 1980s. Now, the old Duchess, she was very adept. She knew how to fix it if it went wrong. She could sort all, to clean it, sort all the bands out and everything else, and she did. And she's really clever that way, my Duchess. Anyway, she could do all, she used to do all that. Empty bungalow. And I can remember going down to Variety Video with the boys, finding out what films they want and getting 2 or 3 films for the night and things like that. And the place was always rammed with people getting films. We start, yeah, it was good. I mean, that was like before Sky and things like that. And Netflix. You didn't have anything like that in them days. So people are good down there. I think a video cost £1 or something like that. Or if it was a brand new release, maybe £1.50. Now my brother-in-law, he used to copy them. He had 2 VHS recorders and he got a Variety Video and he'd copy. On a cheap tape. I think the tapes were about then, Samsung tapes, and he'd copy them. And then he'd sell them on to people on the side. Hi Annie, where am I? I'm in Withernsea. I'm in Withernsea, which is about 20 miles east of Hull in the UK. I know, Edward, I know. But it's just not worth little man getting upset, is it, like he did? I tried to coax him onto the prom, and you saw what he did. He went, So I'm not forcing him. I'll leave it a few days, and we'll see where we go. We'll see where we go with it. But I don't want to frighten him to death. If he feels uncomfortable, then he is uncomfortable. So I've come an alternative route. We went up to Hollym, we walked on the cliff top and then down past Elsie the cow and that way. So we got a little bit of the sea, didn't we? We didn't get as much as we wanted, but we got some. That's the adventure playground just here. Don't think we've got any kids in, so I can show it you. There's a couple over there, but I'm not going to catch them. So there's loads of things here. At least it stopped raining. It's good this for the kids. We came in here once with my grandkids, me and the Duchess, my son and his wife, and this gate smashed up against the Duchess's mobility scooter. It damaged it. It's okay, we fixed it, but it did damage it. And they have lots of activities inside for kids. And there's your tennis courts. Now this used to be the old railway track to Hull. When the weather gets a bit warmer, we'll walk down there. There's your tennis courts. So you can see there's some good things here in Withernsea. We've got a big truck here for transporting caravans. '72 registered, so it's not all that old. All the bits on it for stabilising the caravan so it doesn't fall off. Nice motor, a DAF. They're owned by Packard, the people who make Peterbilt trucks in America. What am I going to do with it, Edward? Well, I'm going to go out in it tomorrow just for a bit of a drive down because I am a bit worried. So I'm going to go round for a bit of a drive round tomorrow and we'll see where we go from there. If I break down, I'll have to get it scooped up and taken to the dealers. If it's okay, it's okay. I mean, we're going to get it scooped up today, but with it kind of appearing to sort itself out, there's little point. It's never let us down before. Maybe if I had just left it, it'd have sorted it, left the engine idling yesterday, it might have been okay. I don't know. But we'll see where we go with it tomorrow. Oh, that will be a bit better, won't it, than what it has been. 13 degrees, it'll be like the tropics, won't it, Edward? Go on then, go and feed the old man his tea. I think he means a cat, don't you, Dave? Go on then, Dave, I'll catch you later anyway. Well, this is called St. Nicholas's round here. Pretty similar to where I live. I think some of the houses are owned by an housing association, and I think some have been bought, but I don't know. Go on, love, I don't want to get you on camera. Yeah, as a young lass, I don't like getting them on camera. Oh, a neighbour. Oh, right, I think you meant the cat. Oh, right, I'm with you. No, it's good of you, that, Dave. That is really good of you. Sometimes that little act of kindness doesn't cost anything, but it means such a lot, doesn't it? Hello, mate.
Yeah, not too bad, pal.
That's somebody else who knows me. A number of people who kind of know me. I don't know them, but they know me. Probably partly through this, partly through walking the dog. I guess I'm one of the local characters. You see me around. Well, we're coming up to Lascelles. I like Lascelles Avenue. It is nice. Looks like he's putting an extension up. See, the houses are really nice on here. They're big. Edwardian, but they are big. Got some of them. Arts and crafts style. I'd have loved when the lads were younger and the Duchess was young, I was young. I'd have loved something like that. You can hear some dogs somewhere. I think they're in the van. You can see at one time, Wither were a pretty moneyed place. And there's our lighthouse, peeking its head over the top of the houses. I'm quite happy with what we've got, to be honest. It's good for me, it's good for the old Duchess. But yeah, I mean, if we'd have been young, I take on board what I said about Brookie yesterday. But if I'd have been offered something like one of them, or one of these at the end, I'd have been sorely tempted. Yeah, one of these here. Nice big rooms. Everything you want, really. Well, here's your lighthouse, guys. Come on, Tobes. We'll have a quick look round. There's our bus. There you go, that's your lighthouse. There's some stuff about it. The Lighthouse Museum, local history of the RNLI, Royal National Lifeboat Institute, Coast Guard and Cape Kendall. Memorabilia on display. Open April to October. Weekends and bank holidays, 12 till 4. Weekdays, June to mid-September, 11:05. We've got a tea room, souvenirs, cottage gallery, gardens, whatever you like, it's all there. Well, we'll walk so far up here and then we'll turn around before we get to the sea. This is nice. This used to be old derelict when we first moved here. And now they've done it up. Yeah, we sometimes walk down here. Hi, mate. When I go home later, I'm going to start the car to see what happens. No. Are you a London boy? No. I'm in Withernsea in Yorkshire. Angel. Oh, it's good to be that. That is absolutely excellent, Glenn. Really is. I do it for my next door neighbour. Wild turkeys have just come to visit. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Well, that is true. It's like the front seat myself upstairs. Now, the only turkeys I've ever seen, if I'm honest with you, are those at Christmas on the supermarket shelf. I've never actually seen a real, a live turkey. Come on, Tobes. No, it's something I've never seen before. Yes, we're walking up. So we'll walk up Hull Road and then we'll come back in a bit down Queen Street. So we've kept Toby from the seawall when he gets upset. But he has seen the sea and it didn't bother him. Amazing. Well, I'm going to give him a few days and then we'll try him again. I'll see what happens. I'll take him in the morning, see what he does. This must be the hardest house to sell in Withernsea. When we first came here in 2016, it was owned by one of our neighbours' daughters and her son-in-law. Now, I don't know what happened to them, but they broke up in about 2017 and she moved in with somebody else and he went back home to live in Wakefield. Now, they put their house up for sale and it took about 2 or 3 years to sell. It took forever. And then somebody else bought it. It was only there about 12 months, if that. And it took them about 3 years to sell it. They'd come up from Birmingham or somewhere. Now, a mate of mine who used to live further up here got together with this woman, and in about 2020, maybe 2021, just after, around about during COVID, he sold his house, she sold her house, and lo and behold, they bought that blue house. Now, they were together about 12 months, and then whatever happened, they fell to pieces. Anyway, just cutting a long story short, they put it up for sale. So that'd be the end, possibly the end of 2022. And it went in 2025. It'd been on the market for 3 years. So somebody else has bought it now. Wish them the best of luck. Oh, Sammy, Toby has his preferences, he certainly does. No, but on the promenade, he was really, really frightened. You know, he was crying and all sorts, and I thought, well, if he's so upset, there's nothing to fear. But if he's frightened, then I need to address that. It's no problem at all at Hollym, as you've seen. What I put it down to is the sea banging against the sea wall on the prom. Well, we've done 6.36 miles. So by the time I get home, it's going to be about 7 miles. See, a lot of these are social housing. Some have been bought, but some are still social housing. Another one of them ephemeral flags flying. Oh God. Well, that lad who bought the blue house, this was his house here. He'd spent a lot of money on, you know, doing it up, making it nice. His mum used to come and stay with him now and again. He put a stair lift in for and all sorts. And then he met this bird, sold up. She sold her place, having moved into that house. I don't know how much he got for it when he sold it. But I've not seen him for a long, long time, so presumably he no longer lives in Withernsea. Now, the original people who lived there, when we first come to Withernsea, I told you, one of my neighbour's daughters, she left her husband, or they broke up anyhow, whatever happened, and she moved in with a gentleman who lives here. It all goes on here in Withernsea, doesn't it? Oh, oh great. That sounds good, does that, Jack? 1 foot away, oh dear. Are they vicious turkeys? I don't know anything about them really. Yeah, as I said, the only turkeys I've ever seen are them round about Christmas. Right, Jack, we'll see our car in a minute. I've come all this way especially for you, and then we can have a look at the car. The abandoned car. Edward will we'll see what Toby does. He might walk back on the prom, he might not. Come on. There you go, we're on Seathorn. One of our buses. Yep. Sir Tobias, the Valiant, won't go through the mud. There's some kiddywinks up there. I'm just going to go up to show us all the car. Now you might remember what? Come on, Tobes. It's alright. It was parked, I think just here. So what's happened to it? Come on, Tobes. So it's gone? Or has it? Here we are. Toby's found the car. So it was there, and now it's been pushed back here. Come on, Toby. So you see how far it's gone back? So it's been pushed back. Left. Come on. No, I'm not going over there, no. I think it's certainly a mystery, that car. For Blue House, I don't know. As I said, 2016 it was Barry's daughter and her husband and their son. It's a big house. And I think it's expensive to run. That might be part of the problem. And it's had what? In 10 years it's had 1, 2, it's had 3 owners and none of them have stayed there long at all. I don't know how long my neighbours' family were there before we moved in, but certainly by 2017 they'd broke up. And then, come on, Tobes. And then somebody else moved in. As far as I know, they're from the Midlands, Birmingham or somewhere like that. Come on, Tobe. It's all right. Come on. He's not very happy at all. Look, come on. We're going to go this way. Toby. And then it was up for sale again for a long time, and then Dave bought it, a mate of mine, and then he only had it 12 months, and it took him from 3 years to sell. Come on, Toby, we're not going up there, we're going this way. He's not a happy little dog. Would you like a treat? Well, come on then. Come on. Here we go. All right. We're not going where you thought. It's all right now, look. So we've been from one end of the town to the other, haven't we? Yeah, well, I've done about 8 miles when I get home, I should think. Yeah, I think probably the reason is that why it hasn't sold. It's just such a big place. Yeah, you go and get your tea with Edward. Oh, good. Yeah, take care, Edward. Enjoy your tea. Yeah, he's happy enough now he's not going on the front. He thought he were going on the front. Tomorrow night, I might just leave him at home when I come out. We'll see. Look how dark it's going now. Well, it is 20 to 6. Just saw a cat running down there. Toby! I think he saw it too. Come on, Toby. He does, doesn't he? He does. What's with Mr. Walter Raleigh? Sir Toby, Sir Tobias. Come on, we'll go down here then. We'll go past the lighthouse, we'll make his way home. We'll try and get 8 mile out of it. And if I could change one thing about Britain, what would it be? Probably... I don't know. Things could be a damn sight worse than what they are. I don't particularly like the government we have. But I don't think if we changed it, it would make a whole lot of difference. I think if we change the government, whoever had won the last election, things were never going to be easy. I think this government have made a lot of bad choices. I think we've got a totally hopeless, feckless, useless Prime Minister. But I wonder if that had been the case of anybody else. I don't know. What would have changed? It's hard to say, really. Probably have HS2 high-speed rail built, not just to Birmingham, which is a waste of time, but up to Manchester and Leeds and Northern Powerhouse Rail to connect the two. That's, I think, what I would do. But really, to be honest, I don't think anybody can do anything. Lots of mistakes were made during COVID. And in all fairness, I don't really blame the government. It was a new situation. Whichever party had been in office would have had access to exactly the same advice, and we'd have done pretty much the same thing. I honestly don't see what anybody else could have done. But that is probably the seat of a lot of our problems. Oh, he's happy enough now, though. He was really worried about going back on the prom. At the moment, the tide will be in full. And that's why I'm keeping him away from it. Right down there, we got the lighthouse again. We've done I've walked 7.24 miles. So I'm going to be 7.5 when I get home. Now I'm happy enough with that. I normally do about 6 miles in the evening, so I've done 7.5. That's all right. If I go on the promenade to Hollym and get up to that farmhouse, it's usually about 3 miles. It's 3 miles exactly. So I get home, I've done 6 miles. But because I went on the road, it wasn't as far. And that's one reason I've come all this way. But I've more than made up for it. I've done 17,000 steps anyway. Well, there we go, there's his lighthouse again. in its entirety in front of us. Can you imagine being a lighthouse keeper? Well, they lived at the back in that house there. Yeah, so I can't get over my car working all right. I won't know fully until tomorrow. That lady's a nurse in that Tivoli. I've got the bigger model of that. Mine's the XLV. That's just the base model, the very base model. Come on. He's all right, actually.
Follow him. Go for it.
There you go. Well, it's certainly dark now. It's a long time, isn't it, since we've been out in the dark. So we certainly had a walk. Nearly 2 hours. Hello. Hello, little fella. Has the country gone downhill in the last 20 years? Yes and no. Yeah, Jack, yeah. In the summer, you can go up there and you can climb to the very top. So come summer, I might just do that. What I'll probably do is go in there, do the video using my gimbal, and then post it on Facebook afterwards. Yeah, has the country gone down this last 2 years? Yes and no, Claire. Some ways it has. House prices are through the roof. They're not building enough houses. A lot of the good jobs have gone. But then again, you got a lot more flexibility. Whereas at one time, people lived where they worked, or within minutes of where they worked. Now, you can live 20, 30, 40 mile, massive commutes every day. You can decide where you want to live, the job you want to do a lot easier. 20 years ago, it weren't that easy. I mean, I can honestly turn around and say, I'm no different now to what I was 30 years ago. I'm probably better off, in fact, in some respects. And I'm retired. I mean, things were always a struggle when the kids were young. He's seen a cat. He knows a cat. Come on. What would you do to the cat? The cat would kill you. I think there's a lot of whinging going on with people. But then there's opportunities if you want them. But there's the thing, nowadays you have to look for them. They won't just come looking for you, but then it's always been like that. Well, here we are. It's dark. It's been a good walk, hasn't it? How much have I done? Let's have a look. 988 calories. 7.69 mile. Well, here's my car. And Toby wants to say, yeah, Toby. Yeah. Yeah. There he is. And from me, just want to thank everybody. Wow. For your company tonight. Yeah, if you do allow people to go in, as I said, the view is amazing. I'll get some, when it's open, I'll go up there, I'll get some footage for you. And, it's been a great walk tonight. Wow. Thank you very much, everybody, for your company. It's been absolutely brilliant. Started off on the cliff. We saw the sea. It was a raging torrent. We saw that column of earth, not a shadow of its former self. Toby wouldn't walk on the prom, so we had to walk down the streets, and we went to the cliff. We saw the car, which has been moved a good 50 foot. And then we walked back. What a day it's been. My car, well, and I just want to say to everybody again, thank you very much for your company. Thanks for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions. It's been absolutely amazing tonight. So at that, I'm just going to say good night, and I shall see you all tomorrow.